I've made a help screen for this little program here, which you bring up by pressing F1. Xvidcap seems to go a bit mad when I bring it up, so all I can really do is press F1 to bring it up and let you read whatever Xvidcap lets me show you. Okay, let's have a look at some of those control boxes. I'll press F4 and that gives us something that can be used to control the light position. The video capture software is going to be using up an awful lot of CPU, so this is going to be quite sluggish, but you can see we can adjust the light position there. You saw it, yes. The zenith angle is like the sun going down as it goes towards 90 degrees. As you can see, it's got a bit darker since I've done that. The position of the light is given by 3 coordinates, the spherical coordinates, so there's a radius and 2 angles. Let's get rid of that one. Let's have a look here. There's another thing that can be used to control the light components, to change the colours of the lights. And we can also change the material colours. So for instance, material 0 is this white background here, so we can try and take some red out. Again, it's sluggish because of the video capture. Okay, that will do. openGL has different components to both the lights and the material reflectances. Ambient they refer to as light coming from all round. Diffuse is what I would call the direct light. So that's, for instance, this is that's material 3. Material 2 is the red on those triangles. Can we get it back to material 2? Yes, we can. No, we went back to material 1. Let's see if we can put some green in. Oh dear, only moved it a tiny bit. I think you might be able to just see a slight change in colour there. Yes, you can definitely see the colour change there. So that's changing the material colours. Anyway, all this is done is, well, what you do is, obviously SDL is listening out for things like F6 being pressed. If F6 is pressed, openGL draws a rectangle. This box here is just something I drew and made a bitmap of, and I also drew little buttons to put on there, and the openGL pick matrix and the select mode enables me to find whatever the mouse is hovering over, and then you have to write the computer code to handle whatever events are happening. So here, for instance, if it knows that the mouse is down and it's hovering over the box that is drawing the little red button there, it follows the mouse and then moves the button accordingly and adjusts the values. That's how all this kind of stuff works. It's all described in the openGL red book and the tutorials that I mentioned. Just press F6, and now I'll press F9, and I'm going to select picking. Again, if Xvidcap actually lets us, there we are. I'm going to press F9 again to get rid of the box, and now I'm going to press F2 so I get my mouse back, and so you can see what's happening. There we are. So this is using the selection and picking facilities to tell me what triangle is under the mouse pointer, and I've got it to tell me what the triangle nodes are. The nodes just the corners that make up the 64 by 64 grid. It also tells me the neighbours of the triangle, the neighbours on the edges, that is. So there's 3 edges and 3 neighbours. So 4436 is neighbours 4309, 4434 and 4437. Let's go to the neighbours. There's 4434, there's 4309, and there's 4437. If I press T, that will toggle between the elements, in this case the triangles, and the nodes. So I press T, and now if I hover over a node, there we are, that's node 2187, which is node 2 of triangle 4309, and so on. This is a great facility to have if you're analysing meshes or geometry. It will just instantly tell you what point you're looking at and what it's connected to. Obviously you have to write that yourself. OpenGL doesn't do that for you, but the pick metrics and the select mode and the feedback buffer and things really enable you to do things like that. Anyway, before we just go back to the demo, I'll just add that I've used 2 other function keys. One gives you PostScript output, which can be rather slow, but is great if you actually want it to go to a printer and be scaled and things like that. And you can also dump a bitmap of what's on the screen. That's much faster under all circumstances, and it's pretty well the one I've taken out of one of Digital Ben's tutorial programs. So we'll just finish off the demo with one last bit of flat. So here we are again. We're just going to finish off. Let's get the window active, shall we? Yes. Yeah, I was just going to finish off. I've just used the slide bars there to change us to a nice green and pleasant land. One thing I'd forgotten to mention was the shading here. You're getting the impression of shadows, but there are actually no shadows at all. What's going on is you have a light position, and every triangle has a vector that's pointing perpendicular to it, and OpenGL is calculating the colour that it's going to draw from the angles there. So that's not at all like real shadowing where something's actually blocking the light, but it does give some nice impressions of shadows. Real shadowing is, well, far more difficult than that. So I'm just going to finish with one last loop-for-loop, and that's going to be the end of the demo. Should be upside down soon. Always takes a little bit longer than you think. Anyway, that's bye-bye from this tutorial.